One day, the lineage of our family will ultimately cease to exist. Contemplate this, regardless of how near or distant that moment may be, assuming there are no catastrophic events, a gradual vanishing awaits us. Yet, as human beings, we persist in behaving as if we are eternal. This inclination stems from our perception of the vast chasm between our species' 300,000-year history and our relatively brief 80-year lifespans, making it seem as though we have eons remaining. However, viewed numerically, most animal species endure for approximately 1 million years, and as Homo sapiens, we have already consumed a third of that duration. Naturally, this is merely an average. Thus, it is conceivable that we may indeed endure for millions of years. However, there exists an alternative perspective. Much like the cleverness we place our trust in, we may already be confronting challenges that other creatures have not encountered, which could result in our swifter disappearance compared to the typical lifespan of an animal species. We lack a basis for comparison since we do not have other civilizations to measure ourselves against. If such societies existed, we could forecast our destiny by examining how frequently such intelligent species have vanished. Nevertheless, armed with our knowledge of the world and the cosmos, we can formulate informed speculations concerning the manner of our eventual demise. Let us, therefore, explore the most probable and unconventional scenarios, ranging from minuscule black holes to planet-obliterating meteors, gamma-ray bursts to extraterrestrial invasions. Each scenario that spells the conclusion of the universe will also signify the termination of Earth. However, our planet, along with our solar system, will have already dissipated long before the universe's conclusion. In actuality, our Sun has at least another 7 billion years of existence ahead. However, stars are not constants, they transform and evolve throughout their existence. As I'll elucidate in a separate presentation, our Sun, during its time on the primary sequence, undergoes a 10% increase in luminosity for every billion years. Hence, in roughly 1 billion years, its luminosity will have risen by 10%. Initially, this might appear innocuous, but the expanse and radius of the habitable zone encircling the Sun hinges on this brightness. A 10% augmentation in the Sun's luminosity will relocate the habitable zone by millions of kilometers, shifting it beyond Earth's orbit and expanding it toward the present location of Mars. This shift will remove Earth's orbit from the Sun's Goldilocks range, engendering extensive devastation. As a result of this elevation in radiance, the average temperatures on Earth will escalate precipitously, inducing the entire oceans to vaporize. Water vapor, a potent greenhouse gas, will further intensify surface temperatures, rendering Earth an inhospitable rock akin to the current state of Venus. Conceivably, a few single-celled microorganisms adjusted to extreme conditions may endure. Nevertheless, this occurrence will represent one of the most catastrophic mass extinctions in Earth's annals. For us humans, with our prevailing technology and biological constraints, survival in the face of such a calamity is implausible. While Earth is indeed a reasonably suitable planet for sustaining life, it falls short of a perfect 100, contrary to what people might assume. Instead, it garners an approximate score of 82 points. Planets that are even more amenable to life than Earth are denominated superhabitable planets. To date, we have identified a minimum of 22 exoplanets considered as potential candidates in this category. The predicament lies in the fact that the most promising candidates among them are situated approximately 3,000 light-years distant from Earth. Intelligent civilizations like humanity have the potential to bring about their own demise in various ways. One of the most evident means is instigating a disaster that disrupts the delicate balance of our planet. This can be achieved through multiple methods, including a nuclear conflict. As we have previously explored extensively, atomic weapons are devices that unleash an enormous amount of energy stored within the atom all at once. Uncontrolled release of this concealed energy can disturb atmospheric, terrestrial, aquatic, and geological processes, culminating in phenomena such as a nuclear winter and precipitating the extinction of a significant portion of Earth's biodiversity. Another analogous occurrence is anthropogenic climate change. While our planet's climate has naturally fluctuated throughout its history and will continue to do so, we, as humans, have significantly expedited these alterations. Essentially, what we are doing parallels the aftermath of atomic bombs. We are extracting carbon that has lain buried underground for millions of years, utilizing it as a source of energy, and discharging its byproducts into the atmosphere. Consequently, surplus carbon and greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane accumulate in the atmosphere, generating a thermal insulating effect. Over the years, life ensnared beneath this insulating blanket experiences escalating temperatures, potentially leading to catastrophic consequences. Ecosystems collapse, habitats vanish, and once habitable regions transmute into inhospitable zones. This might ultimately result in the extinction of a substantial part, if not all, of the human population. One method to circumvent the sun's impending destruction of Earth in approximately 1 billion years could involve transforming our planet into a spaceship and departing the solar system. Nonetheless, a more dire scenario would be Earth descending into an orbit that brings it closer to the sun. In such an event, everything could meet a swift and catastrophic conclusion. Nevertheless, the looming peril from the cosmos is not anticipated to manifest as a black hole or a gamma-ray burst but rather as a celestial object. Indeed, we are alluding to the type of asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs and nearly 75% of Earth's species during that era. These are colloquially known as planet-killing asteroids. Just last year, the scientific community discovered one such asteroid, the 2022 AP7 asteroid, with a diameter ranging from 1 to 2 kilometers. While this asteroid is about 1/5 the size of the one responsible for the mass extinction event 66 million years ago, it does pass by Earth at a distance of only 7.5 million kilometers on an astronomical scale. This proximity is remarkable, yet insufficient to avert a potential collision. Frankly, none of the asteroids currently under observation pose a substantial threat to our planet. For instance, among the tracked asteroids, the one with the potential to cause the most catastrophic devastation on Earth bears the designation 29075, and it has a width of 1.3 kilometers. However, orbital analysis indicates that the asteroid with the highest likelihood of impacting Earth is projected for March 16, 2880, and even then, the probability of an impact stands at a mere 0.003%. It is conceivable that there may be undetected asteroids that could pose more significant risks in the near future. Nevertheless, these figures alone underscore the brevity of human existence. Throughout the vast history of our planet, which spans hundreds of millions, or perhaps even billions of years, we can recount numerous cataclysmic asteroid events. Yet, when we narrow our perspective to just a few centuries, everything appears relatively tranquil and commonplace. Succumbing to the illusion of this perception may well be the most profound misstep our species can commit. This tranquility concurrently underscores the alarming fact that, in a mere 150 years, we have managed to elevate the Earth's average temperature by an astounding 1.1 degrees. Certainly, there exist several conceivable ways in which humanity's existence might abruptly conclude in the not-so-distant future, including malevolent artificial general intelligence, Terminator-like robots, nanotechnology, biological weaponry, and pandemics. However, I won't delve into the minutiae of these subjects at this juncture, as they have become somewhat cliched. I intend to present them from novel perspectives in subsequent discussions. I will, nonetheless, offer this observation: a few centuries in the past, concepts such as artificial intelligence or biological weaponry were entirely inconceivable. This unsettling reality underscores the extent of our advancement. Countless new variables could potentially emerge. Contemplate the wealth of knowledge we will amass concerning the world, our bodies, the laws of physics, and the natural world in the forthcoming centuries. Not all of these revelations will be pleasant. We are bound to uncover many disconcerting truths, and some of these could precipitate our demise in unforeseen ways and at staggering velocities. Consequently, it is imperative that we fortify the solitary instrument that unveils these truths, namely science. Lastly, I'd like to reference the renowned comedian George Carlin. We frequently connect our existence so profoundly with life on Earth that we entertain the belief that our annihilation would signify the conclusion of the world, or even the universe. Although some of the scenarios we explored in this presentation might have the potential to obliterate the entire planet or all life, the resilience of humanity's existence is far more tenuous than we realize, while the tenacity of Earth and life itself is significantly greater. In simpler terms, events like climate crises or asteroid impacts could potentially obliterate thousands of species, including humans. Nevertheless, over its 4.5 billion-year history, Earth has encountered numerous iterations of such calamities and will likely continue to do so. In the words of Carl Sagan, life will likely find a way. Hence, the most crucial takeaway from these scenarios and many more is this: unless we exercise prudence, our species, possessing extraordinary intelligence, as a commonplace mammalian existence, may face extinction. Nonetheless, life and the Earth will persist as if unaffected. They do not rely on us, we depend on them. The sooner we grasp this verity, the more rapidly we can direct our attention to essential inquiries and discontinue squabbling over fanciful matters. Until our next discussion, farewell.